think she's really good at her job. She works for MI6, and she has made peace with the fact that she chose this world, and it's a tough world to live in, especially for a woman, and she's good at it, and she likes doing it, and she carries the consequences of it and owns all of that, and I think there's something really empowering about her.
What is it that made you want to choose this project?
Well, I didn't choose it. I saw potential in this idea of this graphic novel, and I think I wanted to develop something that had a protagonist very close to what Lorraine was in that graphic novel. Somebody that could be a female protagonist that lives and breathes in a world that are mostly dominated by males, and kind of live in an environment where she can play by the same rules as all the boys do in that world. So somebody unapologetic and interesting and layered and conflicted, and somebody struggling with her own humanity. I think it was all of those things that made me want to develop a character like that.
The fight scenes were so realistic. Broughton fought to survive, using anything within her reach to help her, even a watering hose. How hard was it to physically train for this film, and what was it like?
Yeah, it was tough. I mean, I wanted to do this in a way that was believable. I knew that it was going to take a lot of work to be able to fight like that, and I never wanted anybody to be able to say a woman couldn't do that, and so that was important, and I think that was what drove me to want to be as capable as I ended up being physically in making the film.
Being a stuntman himself, did that make it easier to work with director David Leitch, or because of that, did he even push you harder?
Both. It made it easier just because he knew where to put a camera. He knew how to shoot stunts and action. I think he's so comfortable in that world that he has an eye for it. He really definitely has a passion for it. But yeah, no, I think maybe in other hands I wouldn't have been pushed as hard, and I wanted that. I wanted somebody to expect more from me and push me more, and he was amazing at doing that.
How was working with Sofia Boutella?
Just great. I absolutely love her. We were very lucky in finding her because the role of LaSalle was very tricky. It had to be somebody who had a strength about them, but also an incredible vulnerability. And in a way, she had to be completely broken, but yet fully functioning in the story. And that's tough to find somebody who can have that duality. And she has it in spades. She's so beautiful in this film.
She sure is. James McAvoy is such a multi-talented actor. Did you enjoy working with him?
Yeah, I mean, he was somebody who really pushed me. I mean, just working opposite him is the biggest incentive to want to bring your A game, because he's such an incredibly talented actor, and he has a bravery about him. He kind of walked onto the set and he loved wearing sweater vests, and he wanted to push this character to such an extreme that fit this movie so well. And so we were very lucky to have him on this film.
You chose not only to star as the main character in Atomic Blonde, but your production company, Denver and Delilah, helped to produce the movie. What are the challenges of doing both?
Well, I'm not doing it on my own. I have two incredible producers, Beth Kono and AJ Dix, who, this movie could not have been made without the two of them. You can't make a movie like this without two incredible producers. And I put myself in good company. I'm smart like that. I think we all realized there was a lot of potential in this, and I think we are a company and producers who thrive on kind of taking worlds that are somewhat known and turning them on their heads, and creating protagonists, female protagonists that can kind of shine in those worlds. And this movie had all of that for us, and so I think we all worked really hard to get it to the screen, and we're incredibly proud of what we ended up doing.
What is it that you like about the production side?
I like how collaborative it is, and I like the people that I get to work with. And I think that I've never been an actor that likes acting just because of being an actor. I think I like being an actor because I like making films, and I like the bigger picture of it, not just this kind of insular world of sitting in your trailer and then showing up and doing your lines. I'm interested in the logistics of making an entire film, and I think that's where my interest in wanting to produce more and develop more stuff came from.
Being one of the most celebrated actresses of our time, winning an Oscar, a Golden Globe, and numerous other awards, what is the secret to your success?
Oof, if there was a secret, I would want to know it too. If anybody has it, please give it to me. There is no secret. You know, I think that I was very fortunate in being raised by an incredibly strong woman who taught me that, you know, the value of your happiness and the quality of your life depends on you making that decision. And I think success has to kind of come from that place. And so even if all of this went away tomorrow, you know, I've placed a value and a joy in other things as well, and I don't kind of define myself by one thing. So I think that when you find passion, I think that's the closest way that you get to success. Because if you love doing something and you get to do that, I think that is success on its own.